The energy around you in 2025 is academic, wise, helps you with problem solving, and wants you to have a progressive year. But how are you with boundary setting? There are certain actions to take and definitely some actions to avoid, personal energy number ones, and that's what we're going to cover in this video, what to know and what to avoid to maximize your 2025. I'm Jeanette Zizikowski, your Aligned COO, and using energy plus strategy, I help ambitious professionals go from plateaued to purposeful progress. Your personal energy number, aka your Ming Gua or your KUA number, you've probably heard these terms used interchangeably, is a unique energy bestowed to you at birth. It interacts with your environmental chi. Feng Shui is all about using your environmental chi to your advantage. So unlike Western astrology or Eastern astrology, where we use terms like zodiac and horoscope, and we're studying the energetic influences from the planets and the energetic influences from above, instead, this personal energy number and environmental chi is the influence of the energy in our environment. The opportunities, the people, the obstacles, the energetic influence from around us, from the mountains and the landforms, and from the earth. This number is associated with your birthday. So if you don't know your number already, don't worry. I've created the easiest cheat sheet on the planet. The link is in the description of this video. It's particularly helpful if your birthday is in January or February because Lunar New Year is at a different time every year. And so I'm about to go over the calculation if you want to quickly calculate your personal energy number, but that calculation is a little bit trickier if your birthday is in January or February, so you just want to click the link. In that link, you're going to get a guide about your personal energy number, about your lucky directions, your personal element, how you interact with the other elements, and so much more, so it's worth the download. But if you're like, no, I hate free things, or you just really want to know how to calculate it, we're about to go into that. Before we get into that calculation, at the end of this video, I'm going to share two amazing offers. One helps you maximize your feng shui throughout the year so you can manifest more. With this tool, you will definitely reach your goals faster than you ever have. And the second is the first year I'm launching the 2025 Wealth Map. This helps you amplify cash flow throughout the year. You're going to want to hear about them. But first, let's get into your forecast and how to calculate for your number. Take your birth year, let's take 1987 for example, and you add the total of those numbers. 1 plus 9, 8 plus 7, 10, 15. 1 and 0 reduces to 1, 15 reduces to 6, 1 plus 6 is 7. Now listen up. If you are a male, you subtract that final number, 7 from our example, from the number 11, only if you are a man. So 11 minus 7 equals 4. If you are female and your number reduced to 7, then you add 4. 7 plus 4 equals 11. 11 reduces to 2. So if you are a male, your personal energy number in this case was 4. And if you are a female, your personal energy case in this number was 2. Again, this works for everybody past those February birthdays. If you're a January or February birthday, just go check out my cheat sheet. Second note. If you are female and your birth year reduces to 5, you are actually an 8. If you are a male and your number reduces to a 5, your number is actually a 2. Now that you have your personal energy number. All right, personal energy number ones, you are up today. I'm looking down here at charts and my notes and all the calculations to see what the energy is telling us. Getting right into it, sometimes there are things that are pointed out for health. In all of these forecasts, I'm saying we're talking about health, relationships, and career. For you with health, there's nothing that's loud or obvious. So let's just knock it out. Drink your water, go to your doctors, your naturopaths, move your energy, make sure that you are getting the steps that you need, drinking the water you need, eating healthy, and just doing the general generic things to keep that energy flowing so that you are a magnet open to receiving, and your health, in terms of looking at the environmental energy, is great. Again, not a doctor. When it comes to your relationships, there is a possibility of conflict. We're going to talk about personal and professional. Starting with professional, you may be leading something or running a group or a team, and there might be some internal conflict. Now, it might not be obvious right away what this that this is happening. I think some of it's going to maybe be happening in the background, and so you want to make sure that you keep your pulse on like interacting with people, communicating with people. How are you feeling? How are you working with your coworkers? How are you working with your teammates? You want to keep your finger on the pulse. And then ask yourself, how do you need to show up as a leader? Who do you need to be? How do you need to show up to mediate this tense energy? And some advice is you'll need to get creative with how you handle it. Just stereotypical, like, yelling and discipline never works, but harshness, discipline isn't the cure here. It's more wood, it's more creative, it's more redirecting, making plans, like what's our joint vision? How are we on the same team here? And like redirect their energy from whatever they're fighting about and refocus them on the plan, the growth, and where they're going, right? Tracking progress. So you're going to have to get creative and assertive. It's absolutely possible to dissipate whatever this tenseness is going on. And everybody watching this is at a different part in their career. Some people are business owners. Some people are C-suite. Some people are managers who are just getting their first team. So you have to adapt this information to you and apply it to your situation, which is why it sounds a little bit vague, but it's absolutely possible to dissipate this. Stay aware of the energy. Like I said, keep a pulse on it. Stay level-headed. Any overreacting is going to mess us up. So stay level-headed about it and stay assertive. Be very clear on your boundaries. That's kind of a theme throughout all of this, is being clear on your boundaries and paving your own way. Overreacting or any risky behavior is only going to make all this worse. So definitely go into things with a plan and assertiveness and authority, with some empathy and listening to what are the feelings behind this conflict, because nothing is ever as it seems on the surface. So what is it that we're really arguing about, and how do we become team members and go on the same plan? And again, this is going to make more sense as the year goes on. So that's professionally. Personally, it's likely you experience this more around you, adjacent to you, like family or friends are arguing and bickering and fighting this year, and you don't have to get involved if you don't want to. It's different if you're the manager or the leader, in which case, yes. But you do not have to get involved in the family or friends drama if you don't want to. Definitely stay level-headed still. So the advice is still kind of the same. Stay level-headed, stay assertive, and very clear on boundaries. If you don't want to be involved, don't be involved. Set the boundary. If you are kind of involved, and if you are sort of a mediator, be assertive. Be like, bring clarity to the situation unbiasedly, lay it out. Here's, again, assertiveness. Here's what's going on. Here's the feelings that I'm hearing. Here's the boundary I'm setting. Ask yourself and observe throughout the year, who are the people that are supportive to you, uplifting? You leave the conversations feeling more energized and more excited about where you're going and what you're creating and what you're doing. Those are the people that you want to continue on with. Everyone else, set the boundary. If you're single and looking, despite this heavy influence of people wanting things their way and this like kind of like adjacent conflict kind of people, you might be attracting some people that are more dominant and a little bit more like, just seem more dominant this year, more like they're being really assertive and trying to like really influence you. You need to stay true to who you are, clear on what you want, and it's okay for you to be assertive and say your boundary back. That said, you are with the peach blossom energy. There is a charm to you. You also have a high possibility of attracting charming people, and you just want to watch this, like, are you staying true to who you are? Rather than asking like, oh, do they like me? Better question, do I like them? Am I my best self with them? Do they help me be the best me? These are the kind of questions as you're dating and going around you should be asking this year. And certainly this is a year you can make a lot of progress in the romance department. If you're in a partnership, it does show, again, like this tenseness, but it's okay to get ahead of it. And I think a way to get ahead of it, looking at the energy, like how do we use the energy to our advantage? Maybe your relationship's already a little bit tense. Sit down and refocus the path at the beginning of the year. There's this wood growth energy, this creation. Your energy wants to be channeled. Like you are the water energy. It wants to be channeled. It might be creating its own river. Where are we directing the river? So sit down together. What are we creating as a couple? What are we creating as a team? And get creative. Along this line, if there is like some tenseness and more bickering or arguing than normal, you, again, use this wood rather than just like going at it and like, we're going to fight till we figure this out, or we're going to argue until we figure this out. Do something. It's definitely an experiences year for you. So do something like garden together, go camping together, like use that wood energy to calm you, ground you, and like keep your hands busy. They say the best time to have deep conversations with who you're dating or with your partner is when you're in a car, because you guys are sitting next to each other, you're not facing each other. This is sort of on the same vein of like, do something, plant, build, create, and that will keep you grounded as you sort out some of these conversations. Lastly is career. There's a lot of great stuff in this category. So academia is like really large for you, big out there, big sign, big energy. Academia. So are you studying for something? Have you wanted to be studying for something? Does your career require any like licensing, or is there any tests that you've been putting off? It's a good year to knock out the things that you could get a license for and study for, etc. So and if you're not in that, on the market for any of that, it's a good year to learn something new. The more and more people I work with a lot of people like in their mid 50s, late 50s, they're kind of starting this like second half of their life. And so many of us, like, they maybe raised a family or they had a really fulfilling career and they haven't learned anything new in a while. And I also play a lot of pickleball. It's good. You stay young, your mind stays agile when you're learning something new. So maybe it's like downloading Duolingo and learning something. Maybe it's learning Mahjong. Maybe it's joining a quilting class, but anything, just like picking up a new hobby this year is really good. Back in career, have you been trying to problem solve for anything? So you're mixing with a lot of energy. That's great for learning and artistic pursuits. If there's something that you've put on pause because you haven't been able to solve it, this is a good year to come back and pick it up again. Or go back to it, something that you maybe started, worked on, got stuck. It's a good year to go back to it and totally reinvent it, see it from a new angle. But your ability to come up with solutions this year is very strong. I'm watching a lot of Shark Tank recently, and there's a lot of the recent episodes where people are like, yeah, my dad started this 28 years ago, or we started this 10 and now we're back to it. We had to stop and now we're back. So I'm kind of getting some of that energy, like an invention that was started that needs to go back and worked on. If there's a vacancy at work where the leader is like, I need somebody to solve this problem, and you can volunteer, even if it doesn't seem like the exact right next step. And I think that's where some of this conflict or like background noise might come in. Like, let's say you have a job and normally your job A wouldn't be working on job J. Normally you go A, B, C, D, E, like you go in a certain order. But if you have the solution for J, then volunteer. They need somebody to solve it. And you know how. Take the jump, pivot, and go volunteer to solve that solution. Because you 100% have the ability to step up as a leader, to take initiative, to make things happen this year. It's an excellent year for business, wealth building, and building your reputation. And that's also, like I said, some people might be like, who are they to jump from A to J? Bob had to go follow the steps. But it's 2025. It's a different time. Let's be efficient. If you have the problem, jump ahead. It has good repercussions for your reputation. Be humble about it. Understand that it's maybe not the normal path, but be excited, solve the problem, and everybody will be happy that you did, even if it's not the conventional path. And so apply that to your anything else. So maybe that's more of a corporate setting, but if you're an entrepreneur, apply that to you as well. Maybe you pivot a little bit more than you anticipated this year. It's a good year for personal energy number ones to be proactive and get the job done in the most efficient way, even if it's not according to plan. If you're in sales or you're a performer or you need sales to get better at your job or boost your business, all of that energy is definitely on your side as well. So maybe you've had a solution, but you haven't felt confident selling it again or advocating for yourself. It's definitely a year to use your voice and share your ideas. This energy is going to help you speak up and help it go smoothly when you do. So essential for maximizing your 2025 is setting boundaries, being assertive, voicing how you can help, and solving problems. Also essential for maximizing 2025 are these two amazing offers. First is the free Feng Shui planner. Pair these with the monthly success forecast, and you will accomplish more than you ever had in a year. If you're already hardworking, you're already taking aligned action, you're already clear on your goal, or even if you're not clear on your goal, we break that down and reverse engineer your goals together, using the energy each month, making small shifts in your space. Energy plus strategy equals more progress, more manifestations, closer to living your dream life. And the thing I'm most excited to talk about today are these 2025 customized wealth maps. I love Feng Shui. I've gotten so much help from blogs and videos. So many of you watch YouTube videos and make a lot of progress, see a lot of results with these general Feng Shui videos, general feedback. But what's even better than general feedback is customized to your house and to your energy Feng Shui adjustments to amplify your cash flow. That's the solution these 2025 wealth maps offer. In them, we talk about if you should boost or cure the energy at your front door. Sometimes the energy at our front door doesn't make our life easier, so should you boost it or cure it? And by that, I just mean should you place it, an activator or a cure? In the map, I tell you exactly what to place. We also talk about what's the energy in your lucky career and success direction. How can you use some of that to get even more ahead in your career in 2025? I mentioned the no renovation zones for 2025. So if at the middle of the year, you're like, I'm kind of having a crazy year and I want to shake things up. I want to knock down this wall. I want to redo my bathroom. And you're just feeling a little impulsive. You can go to that wealth map and say, oh, wait, this is a no renovation zone. This would definitely wreak havoc on my life. We're going to wait till 2026 for this. And instead I'll go cut my bangs or something. Go shopping. And then, of course, I talk about the yearly Feng Shui cures, activators place, and the monthly. So each month you'll make minor adjustments, no crazy home overhauls, no crazy rituals, simple tweak at the beginning of the year, and it will support you amplifying your cash flow and also releasing tenseness, releasing some of that scarcity mindset you might have, releasing some of that impulsive shopping, even though I just kind of said you should, to remove that if that's where some of your money goes. These wealth maps help create more stability and more clarity and will even support and encourage you in getting your finances more in order, not feeling like you have to spend it or overly save it. It helps create this nice flow, stability, and confidence. The information in these 2025 wealth maps is the guidance and advice and how I look at someone's home when I'm doing a one-on-one Feng Shui consultation. So these are potent, these are powerful. People have gotten jobs with this advice. People have gotten bonuses, paid off credit cards, manifested other quick hits of money, but then felt comfortable holding on to it and not immediately spending it. So this is potent, customized, powerful Feng Shui advice, guidance, and strategies. And this advice, these wealth maps, will not be around forever. These are a limited time offer ending in mid-February. So you definitely want to get your hands on them before this expires. When you have these 2025 customized wealth map, think of how much time it will also save you and how much stress it will relieve. No more guessing throughout the year, no more reading the blogs, doing the crazy manifestation hacks, or staying up at 2 a.m. and watching YouTube tarot card readings. Like, is my money going to be okay this month? Am I going to manifest any money? These give you so much peace of mind because it's customized to you. Every month you know what shifts to make, and then you can focus and overanalyze a different part of your life. Again, these are only available for a limited time till mid-February. The link is in the description of this video. Here's a video elaborating on more of what's in them. They're giving you a glimpse inside and how to use the wealth maps, or you can watch this video, How to Feng Shui for a Peaceful and Positive 2025. See you in the next one.